L?
Keegan 9 Souls said, hey, we're even streaming it too. Damn LUL.
Might as well. I mean, I try to help, you know, or I try to promote small developers, so I was hoping that this was gonna have mouse compatibility.
Said, I can't afford it right now LUL. Keegan 9 Souls said, TDS is super low BTW.
Yeah, something is weird with my audio. Everything is really quiet. Oops. Fuck. Yeah, starting yesterday, like, something with my audio is all sorts of fucked up. And I don't know why.
Keegan 9 Souls said, I only played the demo. Engineer _ diesel said, audio test.
Okay.
Keegan 9 Souls said, oh word, there we go.
Yeah, but now the game is a little louder than I would let. Whatever. Let's do that. I really wanted something where I could, like, move with the keyboard and aim with the mouse, but
perfect seems good.
It seems that they don't have that. It's only keyboard or gamepad, so right off the bat, that's a little bit of a negative for me, but that's fine. I'm sure I'll still have fun with it.
Keegan 9 Souls said,
Years ago, the people of
diagonal shots.
Partash lived in hunger and hardship. Again, would have been nice if, like, you had a free aim, but whatever. It's fine. And one day, the great inventor appeared. Using his genius intellect, he built wonderful devices to help the people. In turn, those who lived in Partash came to adore him like a king. However, one day a great evil emerged, jealous of the inventor. Sensing a final attack was imminent, the inventor made plans to protect the people. He scattered the 4 cosmic gadgets across Partash, where evil could never find them. After that, the great inventor was never seen again. Ever since then, treasure hunters have searched far and wide for the inventor's devices. Some hope for riches, some for glory, and some hope to unlock the secrets of the past.
Keegan 9 Souls said, I might actually lurk because I've been following this game for a minute.
That's fine.
Keegan 9 souls said, hope you have fun. The demo was awesome.
I expect I will. Everything about it looked super smooth and... Ouch, what happened? Intruder alert. State your reasons for trespassing and gazing laser... Stop, don't shoot, please. I don't want to die from a laser. Sap, kapow, blammo. Ha ha ha, don't worry, fella. I'm just kidding around. After 1,000 years stuck down here, I need a laugh. Wait, we're stuck down here? My friends are probably worried sick. Well, calm down, fella. It's not the end of the world. Not yet, anyway. How about you follow me and I get us both out of here? Really? That'd be great, thanks. You got a name, fella? What's a doggy like you doing in a place like this? My name's Pablo. We were looking for some kind of treasure. Something made by the great inventor? The professor can explain a lot better. I wasn't really listening. Treasure, you say? Well, today's your lucky day, Pablo. You see that big chest over there? It's got something you gotta use to get out of here. I wouldn't open it myself, but I haven't got the right tools. Tools? You mean like a screwdriver? No, more kind of like hands. I haven't got any hands. Good point. I guess I'll go open it then. By the way, since you asked for mine, what's your name? Me? Well, I haven't used my name in a long, long time. Not since before I was trapped, fell down here. But I guess you can call me Null, I mean, if you even want to. It's nice to meet you, Null. Now, let's get this chest open. Trapped, I mean fell down here? That sounds ominous. Okay, fella, now we've got to open this big door here. Use that grapple to explore and try and find the switch. I don't know, that big X on the door is giving me do not open vibes. Pablo, you're gonna have to trust me on this. We'll need to open the door, fella. Okay, I guess I'll go look for that switch. Oh, it's literally a, Oh, you can't drop through those platforms, like, at all. Okay. Yes, yes! No, what is this place? What are you doing? Oh, Pablo, I mean, I gotta do something over here real quick. Don't mind me. Oh, Pablo, you have no idea what you've done. After all this time, I'm restored to my full power. Now I'm free to search for the cosmic gadgets once again. All thanks to you, fella. If you want my advice, run. Did I do the wrong thing? Finally, I can finish what I started. Everything will burn. What happened to Pablo? Is he hurt? He was in the water. I pulled him out as fast as I could. Pablo, please be okay. Look, Tony, he's waking up. Pablo, I'm so glad you're awake. We were really worried about you. Are you okay? I'm okay. I'm a little cold. We lost you back there. What happened? So, I fell down a hole. And then I jumped in the water to get away. And I woke up and you asked me what happened. And I don't know what happens next because that's now. Pablo, focus. You think you obtained some sort of grappling device? Show me right away. Oh, cool. The aerodynamics are incredible. Forget Aero Whatsits. This is a creation of the great inventor. It's a priceless artifact. I must state from my book on the inventor. Professor, Null said something about the cosmic gadgets? Yes, that raises a few questions. What does Null hope to achieve by gathering them, I wonder? I'm trying to remember my research on the subject. We know the great inventor scattered the cosmic gadgets, but no one knows their exact purpose. There are theories they could power an enormous machine, or wake a monster, or contact space aliens. Regardless, we know that when gathered, they will release enough energy to damage the fabric of reality. Is that bad? That amount of energy would destroy the entire world. What? That is bad. That settles it. We have to get the cosmic gadgets, stop Null, and save the world. I'm with you, Pablo. I'll help with whatever you need. Pablo, we're more historical researchers than world savers. Well... If there's no world when you finish your book, then nobody will be there to read it. A fair point. Alright, I suppose I'll come with you then. Great, let's go. Okay, so some of those you can pass through upwards, but not downwards. Hey, have you seen an evil robot around here? Whoa there, buddy. Evil is a pretty loaded term. Alright, have you seen a, just any kind of robot around here? Yeah, sure, there's a bunch of horrible, scary robots up this way. Okay, so we have definite limited range on this. Pablo, I want to tell you about this purple gem over here. Oh, is it the sort of thing I shouldn't touch? Like the toaster? No, they really do need to stop doing that. According to my research, these gems were used by the great inventor to override robotic signals. Perhaps if we were to collect enough, we could clear the way to further islands. Apparently there are 5 hidden in each stage, so make sure to look for them. And then Pablo goes, oh, what's a stage? Carrot get. No! Hey Tony, what are you doing here? Oh, hey Pablo, it's nice to see you. I'm using my my analyzer to study the strange object. During my readings, it's wirelessly connected to a network of localized teleportation devices. I'm not following. Collect this coin, you'll unlock a bonus level on the overworld. Neat, huh? That's me, I love collecting shiny things. Okay. so proceed with a bit more caution there. Ooh, that was close. Okay. No, 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 no. Okay, okay. Okay. Oh, do you know that after beating a stage, you can play it again in time trial mode? If you get a really good time, you get a gold medal. Oh wow, that's neat. Do I have to do it do I have to do it them if I want to save the world? Nah, something tells me time trials are just for fun. Blast zone.
Squeak B said,
Hey there, B.
Oh, this looks cute.
How you doing, B?
Squeak B said, oh, grappling hook powers.
Yes. And you know how I feel about those.
Said, yeah, this is right up your alley. Squeak B said, just woke up. Squeak B said, eating chicken.
Chicken? Good.
Squeak B said, fried chicken. Squeak B said, dark meat because why even bother with the white? Squeak B said, when did you want to finish Bro Force?
Oh, good question. I can't go back. We can maybe do tomorrow night.
Squeakbee said, tomorrow I have plans to hang out with a friend, and later that night my social battery might be depleted, but we can see.
Alright.
Squeakbee said. Also, Squeakbee said, this is straight up Sonic music.
It is, yes. No! Oh well.
Squeakbee said, maybe this game will take a couple nights for you to play so we can do our thing when you're done with it.
Yeah, we'll see. I will say the jump arc and momentum of this feels very Sonic-like.
Squeakbee said, instead of gotta go fast, it's gotta swing accurate.
Yes. Well, thank you, goat friend.
Squeakbee said, oh that's neat, I was thinking, what is a dog gonna do with a carrot? Squeakbee said, game's true agenda was trying to force in the dogs can be vegan belief.
Have you seen that? I think it's a TikTok video of that woman trying to, I guess she raised her dog vegan and is trying to prove that, like, oh, my dog loves being vegan. She has like a plate of dog food and then lettuce. Like,
Squeakbee said, "Oh." Squeak Bee said, "The vegan teacher." Squeak Bee said, "Yeah, she is infamous." Squeak Bee said, "She got banned from TikTok sometime last year for making sexual comments to a minor."
Ah, well.
Squeak Bee said, "She did not know they were a minor."
That sucks, I will say.
Squeak Bee said, "Well, no, it's good that she's gone." Squeak Bee said, "She harassed everyone."
I mean, it's probably better that she's gone, but that's... It's not a just way to go.
Squeak Bee said, "I mean, they think she said was not okay regardless of the age of the person, but I understand that a misunderstanding like that could happen to anyone."
Well, I don't know the nature of the comment either, and like how, you know, aggressive or offensive or anything else it was. I don't know, I just think a lot about, like, what happened with Pro Jared and that entire, like, fucked up situation. There is no map here. Okay. I don't know if this is the way I'm supposed to be going or not, but I guess this is the way I'm going now. Give me the dog bone.
Squeakbee said, "Okay, so I am looking into her exact reasons for being banned and apparently they aren't as clear as I thought. Maybe what I said was a rumor that was going around." Squeakbee said, but TikTok's reason was multiple community guideline violations.
Alright. I'm very old and learned, and I'm sure you would benefit from the wisdom I can share with you. Ooh, I can't. Oh, probably you're not a very good research assistant, are you? No, but I am good at video games. Video games, pa, they'll rot your brain, you know.
Squeakbee said, if you want an example just how bad she is.
Hey Tony, how are you doing? Oh hey Pablo, I'm just checking on the engine, making sure everything's running smoothly. Oh cool, well it looks like the big spinning thing is spinning just fine. Yeah, the drive gear is operating correctly. Seems there's coolant exposure from a blasted radiator vent or malformed conduit bracket. Tony, I'll be honest with you, I don't know what any of those words mean. Oh, okay, the engines are too hot, so I have to cool down? I understood that. Good luck with whatever it is you need to. Thanks, good luck with all the jumping and swinging around stuff. You can see all sorts of cool stuff underwater. Boomerang Bandit.
Squeakbee
My
said,
score never goes
she made a
up.
song during the George Floyd tragedy and make his last words "I can't breathe" in a song about animal cruelty.
Professor has a lot of books. Some of them even have pictures in. Yeah, no, that's... I'm sure there's always some sort of situation, in which case it could just be bad timing, but that seems a little too on the nose. My intrepid research assistant, I'm glad you came to see and we have much to discuss. I've been doing further reading into this Null character, looking at records of the inventor's creations, and I believe Null to be a mechanical being. Yeah, no shit. You mean Null's a robot? I thought that was pretty obvious, Professor. He was made of metal. Not just any kind of robot, Pablo. One created by the great inventor himself. Wait, you think Null was made by the great inventor, as in the inventor built him out of stuff? I imagine it was a touch more complicated than that, but yes. Null may be the last living being who knew the great inventor personally. The knowledge he possesses is priceless. It would advance my research considerably.
Coming out as LGBTQ+ is an inherently selfish act as opposed to coming out as vegan.
Yeah. There's being unfeeling and there's just being dumb. Professor Null shot at me with a laser. I don't think he's going to sit down for an interview. Well, yes, I suppose it'll be quite awkward the next time you meet. Nevertheless, you must attempt to learn something from Null. Think of the possible historical insights. Well, I'll try and save the world first. But if I get any historical insights, I'll let you know.
Squeakbee said. She made a YouTube video titled "Are You Racist?" spelling out a racial slur, stating that people should ban cruelty, not words.
I'm sure Tony wouldn't want me looking at her project before it's ready. Is it gonna be a rabbit mech? I get the feeling it's gonna be a rabbit mech. What's on TV? There's no time. I've got to save the world first. I'm not supposed to play with the toaster anymore. Not after last time.
Squeakbee said. Basically, she took the N-word and made each word stand for something like a Sesame Street skit.
Okay.
Squeakbee said. Oh, okay.
I'm not giving it a pass. I'm just...
Squeakbee said. No, I was right. There was her last straw comment to a 16-year-old. Squeakbee said. She used TikTok's stitch function to respond. Tommy. The nice vegan girls don't want to see your buttons, but if you want them to play with your buttons, you're going to have to show them your fruits and your vegetables, while taking out a cucumber, pear, and apple. This sexual joke enraged people online, as Tommy Inid was 16 years old at the time, and therefore a minor.
Oh. Well, if it was... I don't know. I mean, first off, it's not a direct sexual comment. It's a humorous innuendo. So to me, that's like...
Like, I don't think me explaining to you is gonna have the same impact as witnessing this stuff in real time.
No, I mean... I'm not reacting to some of what you're saying as much as I could, because it's legitimately stupid to the extent that it upsets me.
Squeakbee said, "To me, you don't make a comment like that to someone you don't know, but I get that her aim was to be tongue-in-cheek about it."
Well, I mean, first off, it wasn't an outright sexual comment, it was an innuendo. And that sort of a thing, like, I mean, you see shit like that with, you know, things like Shrek, which is rated whatever the fuck it is.
Said, memes.
Sure, yeah, I mean, like, there's so much there that it isn't a direct proposition. It isn't out, like, literally being offensive and telling somebody, like, oh, you suck. It's being dumb and humorous. So, I don't know, it's kind of a mixed bag on that last one. Like, she knew how old the... Or I'm assuming she knew how old the kid was, because if everybody else did, then it probably isn't that hard to find out, right? But at the same time, it's not like an outright sexual comment, like making a pass at him. I don't know. That's one of those things that I think is... It's just kind of tricky to say what's right and what's wrong there.
Squeakbee.
But in the end...
It's one of those things as, I don't want to give her any sort of benefit of the doubt because she's been horrible in so many other instances, but pulling back and trying to apply some logic is not such a black and white thing.
I would still say, to me, it's like one of those things that... To me, that isn't necessarily a a full offense that would be befitting getting blacklisted, but...
Squeakbee said, "It was the straw that broke the camel's back."
Yeah, and that's the thing, is like, it doesn't change the fact that it sounds like she's just a really shitty person, so even if that offense isn't, again, what I would call a just one, you know, it sounds like it's not a bad thing that she's gone. Fuck. Oh, we're okay. Was that offense itself worth, damn it, getting banned? I don't think so, but...
Squeakbee said, she's still making YouTube videos but doesn't have as much as a presence as she once did.
Good.
Squeakbee said, TBH, a lot of folks could tell she cared more about her cloth than anything else.
Yeah, and I was gonna say, like, some of the stuff that she was saying and doing, it sounds so dumb. I can't help but suspect that...
Squeakbee said, when you get desperate for attention you start caring less and less about if it's good attention or bad attention.
Yeah, and that's what I was going to say, is I think she was literally trying to feed a troll audience, because they found it funny how offensive or aggressive or, you know, just what her material was. You can pet the dog. I mean, it makes me think... Not makes me think. It reminds me to a certain extent. Not that I've really watched any of his stuff. But... what is his name? Nikado Avocado? Do you know who I'm talking about?
Squeakbee said, mukbang guy. Never seen his stuff either.
Yeah.
Squeakbee said, but I know of him though, pop culture.
Yeah. I don't remember how I actually found out. Like, I had seen clips of him and I was like... And then I saw something that... Or I read something, I think, that referenced him or talked about him. And I looked him up, and... I guess for a while he was a nice guy who was very musically skilled. And, full health nut, full vegan. And then he did a whole 180. And it's weird to me how a bunch of people have these, like, picking sides sort of things. I don't know. Some people, it's like they get hung up on an air of superiority. Or of somehow wanting to, I guess, admonish themselves of something they've done or who they were associated with, so then they do a whole 180. Kind of like I was reading this one thing about a guy who was overweight, and then once he lost the weight and he got buff, he then became somebody who'd go out and fat shame people, because that was... I don't know. It's just part of this pattern. And, yeah, I guess Nikado, he...
Squeakbee said, wow.
Nikado made statements about how he gave up being vegan and how the vegan community was toxic, and then he did a full 180 and started doing his mukbangs. And I guess at one point he gained so much weight so fast that it cracked one of his ribs and he had to live on a ventilator for a while, and while he was on the ventilator he's still, you know, doing mukbangs. And whether or not that was true, or it was just something that he was using to get attention, I don't know. A lot of the stuff that I've seen
said, yikes.
He'll do really dumb and disgusting things in his videos. which a lot of people think it's funny, and they like it. And, you know, whether that's him actually acting like that or if it's for the camera, I have no fucking clue. I don't really care. I think it's gross, and this dude is not my problem, you know. But it's, you know, that same sort of paradigm shift. Sorry, big sidetrack on, like, the psychology of, like, taking sides. What I was originally trying to get at was, I don't know how much of this is him and how much of it is him acting like an ass for the sake of the bit, you know. You know, for his sake, I hope that it is just an act. But it's still kind of disgusting on an emotional level. To me, anyway. Especially when that sort of thing is being offensive or being hurtful to people, I guess. So yeah, same thing. I wouldn't be surprised if whoever this... What was it, the vegan teacher? If that was her her angle on you know, boosting her popularity was you know, believing what she was saying, or whether she was just doing things that were offensive. Because certain things like her, you know, uploading the video of trying to show how her dog is vegan and the dog eats the dog food, she's so disappointed. Well, if it turned out to be such a big failure, why would you upload the video? Obviously, it's, you know, for people to laugh at how much of a loser you are, right? Assuming it was an upload, not a live stream. I don't know. Anyway, I'm going to kill this. I'm going to grab a smoke, and then we will continue on with this. Pet the dog. And BRB.
Squeakby said, she might think it's all, the end justifies the means kinda thing. Squeakby said, or what she convinces herself. Squeakby said, sure, I am using a racial slur and using a black brutality tragedy for my own propaganda, but if I can turn one person vegan, then it's all worth it. Squeakby said, talk about having the opposite effect though. Squeakby said, all the negativity she got should have been the clue that this wasn't working. Squeakby said. But she doubled down, and that being the same name as that KFC sandwich should have been her red flag.
Okay, I'm back. Uh, let's go here. She might think it's the gen's just by means, what she convinces herself. Sure, I'm using a racial slur, I'm using a black brutal tragedy for my own propaganda. If I can turn one person vegan, then it's all worth it. Talk about having the opposite effect, though. Yeah. All the negativity she got should have been the clue that this wasn't working, but she doubled down. And that being the same name as the KFC sandwich should have been her red flag. It's, I don't know, again, like, she says that, you know, that makes it worth it, but how is, you know, posting a video of you failing at making your dog vegan show that you should be vegan? I mean, that video in and of itself has the opposite effect, and it's obvious. I don't know. It's, it's not good.
Squeakbee said, the real thing of debate is how vegan is kind of a city and well-off person lifestyle.
Yes.
Squeakbee said, folks who are vegan often can afford to be vegan or have the time in their life to make it their main focus.
I mean, you can still accomplish those ends without needing to go to those extents, but it is definitely easier when somebody has those resources at their disposal. And there are definitely certain situations, I guess, that make that easier. Get the bone!
Squeakbee said, I have seen forging TikTok vids where folks do go out and get their food from nature and successfully live vegan lifestyles. Squeakbee said, but Squeakbee said, that is their life. Squeakbee said, that is their dedication. Squeakbee said, that is what they invest most of their free time into.
Yeah.
Squeakbee said, and you can't expect that to work for everyone.
Correct. There was even this thing that I saw, that I read.
Squeakbee said, folks say, you have no excuse, go vegan. Squeakbee said, but don't account for other factors in a person's life. Squeakbee said, living in a small community too makes it hard to be vegan.
Yeah, especially depending on that community, like out here. Oh, it's not blue, so I couldn't grab it. My bad.
Squeakbee said, because in a city area there are countless options.
Fuck.
Squeakbee said, yet conservative communities aren't gonna cater to that. Squeakbee said, and when you do have those options available, Squeakbee said, they are fucking expensive.
Well, they don't necessarily have to be, but again, that depends on where you are and what's available. Yeah, as far as small communities go, and especially ones that are more conservative, the local barbecue place we have, literally has a sign on it that says something like vegans use back door.
Squeakbee said, yikes. Squeakbee said, sounds like a very. Squeakbee said, fuck your feelings establishment.
Yeah. Yep. But they, I mean, they are a barbecue place.
Squeakbee said, this type of gameplay makes me think of Donkey Kong Country. Squeakbee said, with the cannons.
Yes.
Squeakbee said, but yet. Squeakbee said, don't come here for meatless food.
And it's like, that makes sense, you know. Fuck. Whew.
Squeakbee said, one of that reasons I love TikTok is that it's an easier way to look into people's unique lives. Squeakbee said, one of the account I follow is an Inuit family. Squeakbee said, and they show how eating seals and beluga whales is a huge part of their culture.
No.
Squeakbee said, they are a prime example of where living above the Arctic Circle isn't a place to realistically live a vegan lifestyle.
Yes. And that's actually, this, this article I was reading was saying that being vegan is the new colonialism.
Still leave comments to shame them.
No, okay. No. Fuck.
Squeakbee said, if it's easy for them, it has to be easy for every other person out there. Squeakbee said, oh yeah, I can see that.
The idea of, you know, this works for us, this is what's best, so you should follow it.
Squeakbee said, the English language is the best language, you should learn it.
Yeah.
Squeakbee said, Christianity is the best religion, you should convert to it. Squeakbee said, the joke is, Squeakbee said, I am praising these life if natives had any choice. Squeakbee said, like asterisk.
Yeah. Oh man, that last little mushroom.
Squeakbee said,
Thank you, B.
naive. Squeakbee said, GG.
And yeah, it got into
Squeakbee
like
said, way to save it.
if there was well, let me first make it clear that it's my understanding the entire agricultural economy in the U.S. is highly subsidized by the government. And to be fair, this is not just the farm or the ranching industry. The farming industry has this problem as well. I do think people should be eating less meat in general, because that would be better for the environment and depending, even for their health. That depends on the person. And part of the reason so much is eaten as it is because of currently how our society, U.S. society, views meat. And how readily available it is made. That said, also to make it very clear, I love meat. I like my steak, I like my pork, I like everything, basically. Can I try alligator? I'd love to try alligator. But there are certain environments where trying to work with agricultural farming.
My excuse is that I am a picky eater and most veggies taste bitter and gross to me. Squeakbee said, I say picky as if I had a choice how my tongue works. Squeakbee said, but yet. Squeakbee said, also meat good.
All that said, now that we've got, you know, different types of bias out of the way, there are certain environments that just don't work well, and we're not just talking about the Arctic Circle. This can be something as simple as part of the Midwest. Where basically it's just dry most of the time. You know, now this is kind of what California's become. It wasn't always this way. California's been over-farmed to such a stupid extent that, you know, that's the way it is now.
Squeakbee said, Tornado Valley, good luck farming there.
Yeah, so... or places that are just very arid. If they get a small amount of rain, and then no more, enough for grass to grow at some point, you have areas that are these fields of just dead brush. Oh. Okay. That's perfect for cows. As long as you've got a little bit of water here and there, they can graze around, they can just munch up all this dead brush, and it gets the job done. But trying to grow anything besides that is impractical.
Squeakbee said, and hunting is actually very important to our own ecosystem. Natural predators to deer and other wild game have been pushed out by our ancestors, so they need to be regulated.
Yeah, yeah. There's even this article about, I forget what nature reserve it was, the place was falling apart, and they added wolves back to this nature preserve, and then everything started falling into balance again, because literally the populations of deer and elk, without predators, grew to such a large extent they were just eating everything. And if it continued the way it was going to, well, they were going to eat up all the grasses and trees, and then they would starve, and then it would all just be barren.
Said, I love deer, but them bitches are everywhere.
Null, I finally found you! Pablo, you made it all the way here. You're looking a lot less dead than I expected. No thanks to you. You tricked me and then almost blew me up. Oh yeah, that was fun. Whatever. I'm here, and I'm going to stop you getting the cosmic gadgets. Ah, so you've been doing your research. I'm too busy to deal with you now, fella. How about you play with Rex instead? He's looking for a snack. Dog versus dog. Pablo, you should have just grappled the bot when he was calling. Oh my god. Oh my god. Earlier, something about this I was gonna say reminds me of, oh fuck, it's that guy, Sakupen. He made the animation, Dad's Home, and then Dad's at Work. And there is an animation he made with this little robot that is just coming along like smashing pegs. And he it ends up getting chased by this big, like, sort of T-Rex robot thing. I think it was literally called Walk Smash Walk. And I was going, some of this is very reminiscent of this. And they literally, like, it looks like the literal fucking, like, dino robot that was in that animation.
Squeakbee said, the money that comes from hunting licenses go right back to government nature protection services, and it's food that someone can provide to their family. One deer goes a long way.
Yes. And that's why poaching is so detrimental to oh, come on. Yeah, I'm dead. That's why poaching is so detrimental, because it actually interferes directly with that that system of preserving everything that's there. Yes, I know. You call the big dino and then stomp and
Squeak B said, "Yeah, regulations are there to keep things in balance, and when folks go rouge, it fucks with it." Squeak B said, "Road."
I know what you meant, B.
Squeak B.
So it looks like I need 3
said,
more of those hits to take him
"Rouge
out.
Rogue is a character on my to-do list."
Sorry, Rexy.
Squeak B said, "T-Rex, more like T-R-E-K-T." Squeak B said, "Studio audience laughter." Squeak B said, "GG."
Oh, B, that reminds me. I have a... There's something that Keegan made. I need to... Let's see here. Fuck. How am I going to pull this up? I'm going to send the clip to you.
Squeak B said, "Okay."
Yeah, hold on a second. Okay. Alright. No. Is that it? Yes. I think.
Squeak B said, "Ha ha ha ha." Squeak B said, "Love it."
So I asked him, like, dude, can I, like, use that in, like, I don't know, like streams or videos or something? He was like, absolutely, yeah, sure, whatever. So I want to get that as, like, a video.
Said, "Yes."
And
Squeak B said, "Make it a meme."
Something that, you know, it'll have to have some sort of a cooldown to it, but, you know, input command fucking funny, and then that'll play on the stream. I mean, we've got enough bad puns floating around. I think it would get put to good use. Pablo, I fitted the boat with a turbo drive. It'll give additional thrust to our... sorry, I don't know what that means. You can now travel quickly to worlds you've already visited. Give it a try. You can go back and collect gems you might have missed. Yeah, this is still exactly where I want to be, so no big deal. Oh, we have new robot enemies. Cool. Welcome to Sunny Shores, tropical paradise of the Partash Islands. Are you here for our singles package, our couples package, or our family package? No, I'm here to save the war from an evil robot. Wow, I didn't know we offered that package. Please, make yourself at home. Oh, this is the life, Pablo. Stand at my feet. Sand at my feet. Sea breeze in my feathers. I can see myself retiring here one day. It'll be the perfect place to finish my book. Yeah, it's great here. So much water to swim in. Pablo, we live on a boat. You can go swimming whenever you like. Wow, I never thought of that. Thanks, Professor. Don't mention it. Okay, no way to attack underwater. Got it. No attack, just dash. Cool. Oh, fuck. What are those? Okay, but you can only bounce on them if you... Okay, if you stomp. Got it. Dog bone! Fuck. If there's some trick to getting that gem, I don't know what it is. That's okay. That would be the trick. Okay. I guess jump for it and hope for the best. was a good level. Cheers. How's things in the world going? Well, I caught up with Noel and got a cosmic gadget. I had to fight a robot dinosaur. You had to fight what? A robot dinosaur. It was really huge. And it smashed everything. I had to run away really fast. I almost died. You should have seen it. It was really cool. Pablo, I know you're saving the world and I super appreciate it, but be careful, okay? I just look how distraught. I love how distraught she I'm assuming it's a she. How distraught she looks. I care about you. Anyway, I have to get back to doing important things now. Bye. Okay, bye. Okay, bye, Tony. I'll see if any more dinosaur. If I see any more dinosaurs, I'll let you know. Oh. Okay, well, I'm gonna take a smoke, but before I do... This is an animation by Sakupen. If you're still there, B. It is... it's been a while since I've seen it. Maybe I'm wrong. I still just really like the video, so I'm sharing. But, yeah. It's, the Mechasaurus in it reminds me of what I fought, so... Anyway, be back in a few minutes.
Squeakbee said, I see the resemblance.
Okay, I'm back. Ugh. Yes. That animation was made, I don't remember when, early days of Flash. So it's much more simple, but there's something about it that definitely, I don't know, this game has a similar feel of, to me. Fuck, I'm sorry. I wanted to talk to you. Flip over. Flip over. You look like a tourist, so let me give you some advice. Do not slam the ground next to us crabs. Why, will it hurt you? No, but flip us over and expose our bouncy underbellies. It's annoying when you got somewhere to be. Okay, so you slam once to flip them over, and you slam again to turn them right side up. Hello and welcome to another episode of Alex Breaks Games. Here I was trying to be a nice guy and not use the crab as a springboard. Oh, that was not the right way to go. Okay. I mean, It was the right way to go, but not if I wanted to grab all the secrets first. Well, I don't think I'm gonna have a choice on this one. Sorry, buddy. Beware the spiky spider. My eyes are burning. Oh, you can only pet the dog if you get all the gems. Okay. Do we have some chain chomp fuckers here? That's kind of what it looked like. On the map, anyway. Seem to be a lot more robots around here recently. You haven't heard about Null? Nope, doesn't ring a bell. Really, he's trying to destroy the world and I have to stop him. Oh man, that sounds really stressful. I feel like I need to lie down just hearing about it. Big bot down, I get a dog bone. Win-win. better than Shane Chomps. No! Really? It's a little disappointing when you think you're doing the thing that's clever, and then it turns out that was the easy way. Wet dog smell. Welcome to the underwater caves. Would you like a guided tour? No, I'm good. I'm kind of in a hurry. Just pointing the exit so I can get out of here. To get out, you gotta slam the ground, flip me over, and then bounce your way out. Hey Tony, what are you studying now? Oh, hey Pablo, I'm analyzing the physical properties of these floating water spheres. My research seems you have to time your boost and jump from them, although according to all known laws of physics, they don't make any sense whatsoever. Don't stress about stuff so much, I'm gonna go swim in it. But I have to understand how it works! Press A in water to boost. Yes, we've already established that. Thank you. You have to go from the other side, okay. Oh, the gate's open now. Cool. Guess I'm going this way. Okay. Well, I'm glad touching that sphere counted as contact with a solid, semi-solid, a safe surface. There goes the dog bone. Fuck. Okay. Oh, you lose your fruits when you die. Okay. Interesting. I wonder, is it only the fruits you've collected since the last checkpoint, or is it like half of them? Ouch. This has a little bit of a Rocket Knight feel to it as well, which of course I love. I'm not blinking enough. It makes my eyes burn. so the mines do come out of the water. Alright. In fact, now that I mentioned Rocket Knight, it doesn't just have a certain feel. Some of the sound effects, I think, are almost the same. That's cool. I like that. I like that a lot. Literally missed 2 fruits from a perfect level.
Said. Sorry, was in the middle of something.
Pet the dog. Let me tap a kidney, and I will reiterate my statement right after.
Squeakbee. Said. But this game seems to be inspired by all the classic 2D side-scrollers.
Okay, I'm back. Sorry. I was just commenting that this game also has a certain amount of like a Rocket Knight feel to it, which of course like makes me happy. And then I almost got a perfect level. I was 2, whatever they are, oranges away from collecting everything. Not only does it have a Rocket Knight feel, it has, there was something I was doing earlier. I don't remember what it was. But it almost sounded like it used some of the sounds from Rocket Knight.
Squeakbee. Said. Sonic music and controls, Donkey Kong level design, Rocket Knight gameplay.
Yeah, yeah. Achievement Purple Gem Rookie? Really? I thought I've been doing pretty damn good. Maybe it just means like the number that I've collected in total.
Squeak B said. Yeah. Squeak B said. Pretty good for a rookie.
You lost, little dude? I think so. I'm looking for a big yellow bell. Oh, yeah, we totally got one of those. You gotta take a right, keep going right, take another right, past the spike, keep going right. Then you'll find it no problem. Thanks, now I know where I'm going. Damn it. How the hell am I supposed to... There.
Squeak B
What?
said. I love how the health meter is a pop.
Yes. Yes.
Squeak B said. Dan, you lost all your Tangelos.
Tangelos. Ah! You know, I don't care. I don't care. Oh, I tried to just slingshot it. I thought that might be easier. No!
Squeakbee said, why couldn't it be the kind of spike where you add boost to it?
Yes. Now that's a spike that Alex can handle. For some reason I said that kind of sounding like Brody Fox. Yo mama!
Squeakbee said, Brody Fox.
Fuck. Brody Fox is, he is an internet personality, I believe fictional? The studio itself is part of a collaborative project, I guess. As far as I'm aware, they started with the Animeme series and then moved on to a series called Yo Mama. And they started to bring back Animeme recently, which I was kind of excited for, but then it just kind of disappeared. How did that happen?
Squeakbee said, I think you are trying to go too fast, but that's just my unselected lead gamer advice.
Oh, it's a one-way gate. Damn it. I was bamboozled. Way to go, game. You gave this dog the bamboozle.
Squeakbee said, doggone it. Squeakbee said, you got boned.
No, 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 no. Oh, okay, okay.
Squeakbee said, don't worry though, it's not impossible. Squeakbee said, just a little rough.
It's not impossible, it's just a fucking video game. You know, I wasn't reading it, so it took me a minute to catch those puns. Sorry, B.
Squeakbee said, "My talent is wasted here."
I know, I know. Punning for smooth brains.
Squeakbee said, "Roach."
I don't know if it was obvious, but the joke there was I was referring to myself as the smooth brain.
Squeakbee said, "I know."
Okay.
Squeakbee said, "But while you are in fact a lot of things." Squeakbee said, "I would never define you as smooth brain."
You heard it here, folks. Alex is in fact wrinklicious. And I've got the eye bags to prove it.
Squeakbee said, "Pruny is a good word for it."
Oh.
Squeakbee said, "Dry cleaners hate him." Squeakbee said, "Too many wrinkles."
Dry cleaners hate him. Find out the secret that they don't want you to know. Hmm. 4 short of the next gem. Damn it. Alright. I think it's going to be 1 more beer, 1 more hour. There's a possibility, maybe 2, because I'm really having fun with this, but we'll see how things go. But before I go, before I step away, let's see here. I'll share a little bit of anime with you. I mean, it's basically just a collection of memes that have been animated and voiced over, but some of them are how to put this? they came out at a slightly different time. But the one that I've dropped in there, I like. I like. But I mean, old memes play off of certain concepts anyway. Wrinklicious. All right, BRB. Okay, I'm back. Let's see here. There we go. Sorry if that took a little longer than planned. I guess Rosie did not hear me go outside. But she heard me come back in.
Squeak said, "You spoke the nervous baby." Squeak said, "Unforgivable."
Oh no, totally forgivable. She got a treat for it. It's her job to alert us, defeat all the enemies. Okay.
Squeak said, "Okay, my turn to be RB."
Okay. Oh, one way only, okay. Damn it. Oh, barely made it. Literally less than 2 seconds left. That was fun, though. Little dude, watch out. I just saw a scared robot man fly through here. That must be Null. I've got to chase after him. I stay far away from that guy if I were you. Why don't you just hang out here with me? I was going to have a big nap. We shall wait for B. Okay. Still just waiting on B. I don't want B to miss the showdown. Well, if B does not B to the BR, then within another minute or so, then I guess I'll just keep going. Not like anybody's really watching, besides B, but... the way he's just staring at me with that one eye. Waiting for me to do anything. Stop right there. Oh, you again. This was cute at first, but I'm losing my patience. No, don't you know the gadgets will damage the thingy? They'll destroy the world. I'm counting on it. Don't worry though, they'll only destroy your world. My world's gonna be fine. What? Your world? What are you talking about? My world. Where I'm from. Where I'm going. So long, silly doggy. Try not to survive this time. Silly doggy. That's right, doofus. There's a reason the tank has an inside, you know. Stupid robot. That was easy. Ember Isles.